Shalom, shalom. Brother Zay, first we give all praise and glory to the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the Son, who people ignorantly call him Jesus Christ. Lord willing, you're enduring, pushing this truth out any way, shape, or form. You're fasting, praying, giving alms. You're enduring, right? That's the most important, enduring and keeping your faith up, right? I'm kind of out here in the elements, like 10 o'clock right now. Just enjoying, the frogs and just the elements, just being with nature and everything. Doing this video, and it kind of jumped on me to do a video about the day of the Lord, man. Because the day of the Lord is like a thief in the night, man. It's gonna be dreadful, man. Not a lot of people think that a white man's gonna come. It's gonna be all glorious, not glorious. It's gonna be all sweet, man. When Yahweh Shah returns, man, it's not gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sour. It's gonna be tough, man. A lot of people gonna be put to death. There's gonna be a lot more people getting put to death than getting saved, right? There's gonna be a lot of confusion, a lot of confound. People really don't believe that Yahweh Shah is gonna. People don't believe that Yahweh Shah is gonna return this in a so-called spaceship, a chariot, man, a so-called UFO. People think a white man gonna come on actual horses, man. On a white horse, on an actual white horse. Folly, man. They're gonna be confounded when they see a so-called black man in a spaceship beaming down laser beams and everything. They're gonna be confounded, right? So yeah. There's gonna be a lot of confusion in that day. That's why it's important. It's expedient that you get to know about what's gonna happen on that day. It's expedient that you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It's expedient, to do what's right and to stay awake and to watch what prophecy is about to happen. Watch what's about to kick off. Because you do not want to be that type of person who's on a roller coaster. And you're at the top, you're at the highest peak of the roller coaster. You're on Goliath at the highest point. And the next thing you know, all the power shut off, all hell breaking loose, and you just stuck up there. Don't be that type of brother or sister, man. Right? Salaki Barrett, man. It's kind of dark out here, man. Right? Salaki. Go and get the book of. We're going to start with Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1, and it reads, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Right? So you're gonna feel like you're in a burning oven. And you at work and everything, you work at fast food, you open the oven, and your face better come off. Not even at work, you putting biscuits in the oven in your house, and you kind of warming it up. Then when it's done, you open the oven up, your face getting burnt up, you feel like your eyebrows, getting burnt up and everything. How much more when the Lord returns with fire, with thermonuclear fire, just fire. That's gonna quench that thirst. Your skin doing dissolve while you're standing upon your feet. Your eyes gonna consume away in its holes while you're standing upon your feet. It's gonna be bad, man. You think you outside with no sunscreen on, you feel like getting burnt. Hey, that's nothing, man. That is nothing. Once you get zapped by one of them chariots, man, hey, man, you're gonna wish you kept the commandments, right? And it's gonna feel like a slow, painful death, because all that pain, it feels like it's never gonna end. That's the spirit's gonna be up. That's the type of spirit's gonna be on you. It feel like that's why it's gonna be like eternity when it's really not. It just feels like it is because it's so painful that it feels like it's never gonna end. Right? Let's keep going though. And the day shall come, in that day come and shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Because if you read Matthew chapter 8, we are referred to as trees. Actually, let's get it. Right? So talk about it. Let's be about it. As Brother Malcolm always say. Right? Mighty Brothers, by the way, go check out their channel, Adam Abbott channel, or the Cold Cuts channel, man. Right? So, did I say Matthew? I think it's Mark, yeah. Mark chapter 8 and verse 24. Slovakia. It's dark out here, man. But this is the book of Mark chapter 8 and verse 24. And it reads, And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. Right? So this when Yahushua was healing this blind man, and he told him to look, and the blind man said he see man as trees walking, because we are referred to as trees. Our arms represent the branches, right? Our feet, our legs represents the trunk. The leaves and everything represents our hair. We are made just like that, man. Basically, if you just look, take the time out your day and look at the trees, it looks just like an Israelite man from the tribe of Judah, man. Afro, right? And things in that nature. So we are referred to as trees. All right, so now let's go look at the book of 2nd Esdras, man. Because when he returns, man, it's going to be all out chaos. You're going to have Esau trying to fight against him. You're going to have Jacob's World War III at the highest peak, man. You're going to have people fighting against each other in World War III. And they're all going to team up against Yahushua. And who do you think going to win, man? Who do you think going to win? That's a rhetorical question, man. Yahushua going to destroy them, man. Why do you think they have the Space Force, man? Why do you think they have the Space Force? You really think they're going to fight, Russia and the United States going to fight in space? And you know dang well they're trying to use the satellites. They're trying to use everything that's, in the firmament. They're trying to defeat Yahushua, man. To fight against them. And how wicked do you have to be to try to fight against your creator, man? Right? The Lord created you. You trying to fight him. So this 2nd Esdras chapter 13 and verse 1. And it reads, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, right? That it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." And that man is Yahushua. He waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, the thousands of angels of heaven that are without number. That just means a great number. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. So when he's looking upon the earth at all the wickedness, man, all the mighty men, all the people that's hitting the gym every day, all the men that's drinking protein shakes, your athletic trainer, everybody, all the mighty men, the people in the army, they're going to shake. They're going to be shitting their pants, man. Their legs going to be, feeble, right? They're going to be shitting their pants, man, right? Verse 4. "And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the men that came out of the sea." So you see that? All nations, because Yahushua going to return at the peak of World War III, right? So you have all nations fighting against each other in World War III. Babylon, which is America, Russia, China, Iran, Iraq, all these people fighting against each other. Then Yahushua going to come like a thief in the night, and then they're going to stop fighting each other. They're all going to team up against Yahushua, right? And y'all might think, hey, that's not fair. Hey, man, it's not fair for them, right? Yahushua going to destroy them. A speedy riddance, Salakia, right? "But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not." So that mountain represents a chariot. You're not always going to see the word chariot. You're not always going to see the word whirlwind. Because that chariot was so big, it looks like Esdras said he was trying to look for the mountain that was graved out, because he thought it was the actual mountain, but he couldn't find it because it wasn't an actual piece of land. It was a chariot, a big old chariot, a big old fellowship, man. Right? Let's get a precept on that to show you that it's a chariot, man. This is a classic, man. I always go to this. Is one of my favorite precepts to go to for chariots. I just like it, man. So let's get Isaiah. Sorry if this video kind of bad, man. Like, I'm outside right now. So let's get Isaiah chapter 66. Struggling right now, man. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. And it reads, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." Right? So that's how he coming, man, with flame of fire. He's shooting out, fireballs, lightning strikes, all them chariots, man. Verse 16, For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So he's coming back. He's gonna be a mass murderer in that day, man. You think somebody killing, somebody shooting up the whole school and everything, that's a mass murder? No, man. Yahweh Shai gonna have bodies on top of bodies on his head, on his kill count, man, on his body count, man. Right? So Yahweh Shai's not coming back to be a nice man, as Christianity portrays him to be. Remember, he's an austere man, a man of war, according to Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. Right? Let's keep going, though. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yes, dared fight. So everybody was afraid to fight him, man. They saw him waxing great with the chariots, man. They saw him within that big old fathership. They saw him casting out fireballs, tempests of fire, Slockhead, and things of that nature, man. They was scared, man. But the Lord had put it in the spirit to fight back, man. Cause the Lord, he like to, fight. He's a man of war. He likes to fight, man. So he wants them. He just want to play around with them, man, to show off his power, to magnify his name, man. Right? Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. It's not talking about his actual mouth, man. It's talking about that opening in the chariot. It's going to be casting out blast of fire, and out his lips a flaming breath, and out his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. So you got, lightning strike, the blast of fire, all these things coming out that chariot, man, destroying this wicked place, right? And fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. Shalakia. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, man. So meaning they got touched with that heat, man. Yahweh Shai was blasting them with fireballs, burning them up, right? And they all dissolved, and turned to dust. 1 second it was all flesh, now they just nothing but dust, not even bones, man. Right? So the Lord's not coming back and, playing dominoes, hugs, and kisses, talking about who's going to start off the 21 game in basketball, man. He's not coming to play 2K, 21, 2K20 with you, man. Talking about toss the pigskin. Look, Yahweh Shai about to put you to death, man. You over here talking about toss the pigskin. Come on, toss the football. Man, Yahweh Shai's not coming back in that name, man. Right? He coming in a different image that a lot of people don't know about, man. Right? And let's get a precept, man. Because Esau's the damn devil. You know how wicked you have to be in order to fight with your maker, man? So, you have to be so damn wicked to fight with your creator, man. Right? So let's get Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 9. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherd strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou? Or thy work he hath no hands? So basically it's saying, are you going to say to your creator, why are you making me with no hands? Why are you making me look like this? Why are you making me function like this? Hey, you can't talk to your creator like that. He made you the way he wants you to make you, man. You can't do a damn thing about it. And that's how Esau getting down, man. Why you made me like this, right? You trying to fight against the Most High, talking about his kingdom is going to last forever, man. But really, according to Daniel, the kingdom of the saints going to be forever and forever, right? So you have to be so damn proud, man. Just read Obadiah chapter 1. Well, of course, only one chapter. Just read Obadiah, man. Just see how proud these devils are, man. Read Job. Job chapter 9, verse 24, man. Esau's the damn devil the Bible speaks of. All right, let's get another precept. I need some water. This is, let's see. These bugs turn me up, yo. This is, Zephaniah chapter, I like this precept too. Salakia. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. I like this precept. And it reads, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem." Right? And here we go. "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth," man. Because that thermonuclear fire, it's going to be touching that skin, man. It's going to disintegrate, man. You're going to be standing upon your feet, your eyes melting away, your skin melting away, and you still standing upon your feet. Just imagine that, man. Right? So the Lord not playing around with nobody, man. He's coming back, and that's the second death. The first death was the flood. The second death is with fire, man. Revelation, right? Let's get one more. Salakia. So let's get Revelation. Salakia. Chapter 18. The Lord willing, you taking notes. Lord willing, you actually pay attention. Because this can help somebody, man, for real. Because people are taking this lightly, man. The Lord, when he returns, you don't have no idea if you're going to be saved, man. But the elect going to be scarcely saved. So basically, when you see a nuclear bomb drop in the U.S., you see the cloud and everything, the fire and everything, you can start feeling the heat, and then you'll be saved. So you never know if you're going to be saved or not, man. So it's a scary thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, man. That's why you got to do the works, keep the commandment, to make your calling and election sure. Right, so this is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8, and it reads, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her," man. So Babylon's going to be destroyed, man, with fire. And if you read Revelations and everything, certain chapters, no one would ever inhabit this place ever again. It's going to be stubble. Only the beasts, like owls and everything, going to be living here. It's going to be a desert, man. Everything you see right here, all the works, everything you see over here, everything, all the trees, all the animals, all the buildings, everything you see in this land, man, it's going to be burnt up and good for nothing, man. Right? Because the Lord's coming back like a thief in the night, referring to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, right? I believe 1 Peter. Let me see. Let's get that. Let's go to 1 Peter, man. Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. I want to get Peter real quick. That's a good precept, man. That's a good precept. I feel I know it, but I just want to make sure. Salakia, bear with me. Is it 2 Peter? It might be 2 Peter. Salakia, bear with me. It's a good precept, man. So this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." And that's a fire precept that I just was talking about. All the works going to be burnt up. Everything you see going to be burnt up with fervent heat, man. It's going to dismaterialize, man. So Lord willing, it was edifying. Lord willing, you got something from this. Shalom.